Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will discuss a case on section 11 exemption which is available to the trust and societies which are involved in the charitable activities and who are registered under section 12A. It has been seen that notices under section 148 are issued to these organizations solely on the basis that these organizations are not registered under section 12A, or some connected reasons are also given. The issue before the Mumbai ITAT was that whether the assessing officer was justified in reopening the assessment solely on the basis that the assessee is not registered under section 12A or the connected reasons, or in other words, if the exemption to the assessee is allowed to the assessee from assessment year 18-19, and if any assessment proceedings are pending as on that date, so whether assessee will be entitled to exemption under section 11 for all the previous years also. This issue has been very well taken up by the Mumbai ITAT in the case of Maharashtra Nursing Council versus Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax Exemption 2-1. The date of the judgment is 25th October 2024 and the matter has been reported in 116 ITR Tribunal, short notes 31. In the present case, the facts were a little bit very interesting. In the present case, the assessee was having a PAN number as a local body. The assessee surrendered this PAN number, and in 2017, the assessee applied for a new PAN number as an association of person. The assessee filed its income tax return under the new PAN that was in the category of as an association of person, and filed the return for the assessment year 16-17 and 17-18 and applied for registration under section 12A in March 2018. CIT exemption allowed the registration under section 12A to the assessee with effect from assessment year 18-19, and this registration was granted on 29th September 2018. And very interestingly, in this case, one day before the date of the registration, that is 28th September 2018, the assessing officer reopened the cases of the assessee for the assessment year 12-13 to assessment year 17-18. So it was very clear from the facts of the case that on the date of registration, the assessment of the assessee was pending for the assessment year 12-13 to 17-18 because the notice under section 148 was issued one day prior to the date of the registration. So it can be safely said that on the date of registration, the assessment of the assessee was pending for the assessment year 12-13 to 17-18. The assessing officer, while making the assessment, didn't give the benefit of section 11 to the assessee. The assessee filed the appeals before the CIT appeal. The CIT appeal also denied the exemption under section 11 on the ground that the form 10 has not been filed and the assessee do not have the effective registration under section 1023C clause 4. The main apprehension of the assessing officer and the CIT appeal was that since the assessee do not have the registration for the earlier years, so the section 11 benefit should not be given. When this matter came before the tribunal first of all said that section 11 and 12 will apply to the assessment year preceding the assessment year for which the assessment proceedings were pending as on the date of the registration. And secondly, the tribunal said that second proviso to section 12A mandates that there can be no reassessment merely for the reason of the non-registration of the trust or institution. Since in the present case, the reasons for opening the case under section 148 was related to the non-registration of the trust or the connected reasons. So according to second proviso, the notice issued under section 148 to the assessee was not valid. The tribunal further said that in the present case, even the assessee does not fall in the third proviso to section 12A because in the present case the SSC registration has not been denied or cancelled from any back date. So in the present case, according to the Central Board of Direct Taxes Circular number 1 of 2015 also, reassessment provisions are bad in law as they are contrary to the proviso to section 12A subsection 2. Hence, the tribunal allowed the exemption to the assessee for the preceding years also. At the end of this video, once again I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Maharashtra Nursing Council versus Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax Exemption 2-1, and the matter has been reported in 116 ITR Tribunal, short notes 31, and the case has been decided by Mumbai ITAT on 25th October 2024. Thank you, friends.